There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's always really tempting to look for answers when you're left with questions. And in my opinion, one of the most painful questions in life you can be left with is why. If you keep wondering why about something, and you're never given the answer to that, it can drive you to really, really dark places. Even if the answer to the why that you're left with is one that will hurt you immensely, having that answer in the long run is probably better than no answer at all, in my opinion. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I wouldn't be surprised if the answer turns out to be that we don't know. And honestly, I kind of prefer it like that. Because it sort of mimics real life. I know I talked about how painful it can be to be left with the question of why. But that's the thing about real life. You don't have answers for everything. Sometimes we're left with the question of why and there's nothing we can do about it. It sucks, but that's how life is. I'm sorry I've been getting so... I don't know what's the word. Philosophical? I felt like I went on and on a bunch of tangents during this whole game. Sometimes about things that relating to me, sometimes to things that didn't really have anything to do with the game, and sometimes just about what I was thinking at the time.
This should have solved all our problems. This should have been the answer. I need this to be the answer. Why? Why isn't this working? I can't give up.
Poor Kate.
I'm sorry. When I realized what you were looking for, I didn't have the heart to tell you. An impossible solution for an impossible question. Mirren was... she was crushed. They all were. I didn't want you to have to feel as they felt. It's a painful burden, knowing.
I don't know. I kind of prefer knowing as opposed to not knowing. I talked about this before in quite a few streams, but I think the first time I talked about it was when we played What Remains of Edith Finch. About one of life's most painful questions is why. Not knowing the answer to why usually is worse than anything else. And I mean, sure, the question of why is still here. Because, you don't know, according to Mirren, she doesn't know why it's not working. But at least now we have an answer why they're not here anymore. We know the reason why no one is here. It's because it didn't work out. Which, sucks. But at least we know. We were more so here for the sake of exploring this thing that we found, from what I understand. Not so much looking for the same solution they were looking for. What is this? Is this dog treats? Sorry. The E made me laugh. やる気が出ない、やる気が出ない、布団から出られない。